Hey guys, what's up? Alec back with another stock market investing video, and today we're going to be talking about stocks that can 10x your money in the next couple months or couple years. Now we'll go over 10 different stocks, and I want to put a disclaimer out there on this video. Specifically, these are going to be high risk stocks, and I'll give you a little bit of a spoiler. Yes, one of them is going to be NEO stock. With that being said, yes, you can 10x your money, but remember, these are going to be the riskier stocks that we've talked about on the channel. And we're just going to dive into a little bit on why these stocks, have an upside and what are some of the best high risk stocks, in my opinion, currently right now at the price point they are sitting at. And I'm mainly a long-term investor, but I agree that you should have about 5 to 10% high risk in your portfolio. So for example, if you have $10,000, 10% is going to be about $1,000 in higher risk stocks, and then $9,000 is going to be more of safer investments. So the first one here is going to be NEO stock, and I would love to buy this one right around $35. I'll probably buy it like $200 worth, nothing crazy. Because if you look just in the last 1 month, they were at $26 1 month ago, which is super risky because that means that there's been a lot of hype. It's ran up a crazy amount just in 1 month, about 61%, and it can easily go back to $26 or $35. So in my opinion, you do not want to be buying at $45. Wait at least to $35, and if you can get in at $20 or $25, that's even going to be better for holding this one for long term, 1 to 2 years. Also, in my opinion, you do not want to have Tesla as your competitor long term. 5 years down the road, in my opinion, Tesla will crush NEO, and NEO will not end up in the United States because Tesla will have a lockhold on that market. All right, so the next one's going to be NKLA, Nikola, and it's up 15% today. In my close friend's story, which I'll show you guys in a second, yesterday I was actually saying to buy this stock. It's one of my favorite high-risk stocks, and it just went up 15% gains. And remember, I think you guys all remember the hype around this one. It went up crazy amounts, and then there was a lot of accusations and drama going all around with the company, so they fell like a rock. But the good thing is GM did pick them up, and they are going up. They're at almost bottomed out, so if you can get in at this one under $20, I think it's going to be a good swing trade. And over the next 1 to 2 years, I think you can see a good return on your investment. And remember, GM did acquire a lot of this company. And you'll actually see right here, Nikola stock is jumping up because investors are getting ahead of events. So if you want to read this article a little bit, I would recommend going ahead and doing a lot of research on these stocks to see which one you're most comfortable with. But you'll see GM confirmed that talks with Nikola continue. Nikola wasn't immediately available for the comment. Investors can expect GM to talk about the increasing commitment to vehicles electrification. On its website, the company lists actions taken in 2020, including new about the Cadillac and an all-electric Hummer, battery advancements, and the potential Nikola partnership. But the Nikola news only links back to the original September announcement. The Nikola deal was slated to close on September 30th, but it was delayed here, we see. So that's why it's always good to read these articles so you can get and dive and see what's actually going on, in part because the short seller reporting alleged that Nikola misled investors. That was the drama that we were talking about earlier. Nikola has disputed the claims, but the stock is still down 33% since the report was published, changing the value GM was set to receive the deal. And on the flip side, GM stock is up 44%. I think if you get on the stock at about $20, it can be an easily 2 to 10 times return on investment, depending on how long you're willing to hold Nikola for. Okay, so the next one's going to be ACB, Aurora Cannabis. Right now it's sitting at $7.26, up 78% in the past month. And this is a great one just because right now with Joe Biden becoming president-elect, what's happening is the cannabis industry is going to take a huge skyrocket. So you definitely want to get into some of these early on. Obviously, we saw the huge spike with Aurora Cannabis, which triggered a lot of people to buy at like $11 or $10. And then it fell all the way back down to $7 to $6. scaring a lot of investors. So if you can get in at this one right around $5, $4, even if you buy some at $7, I wouldn't recommend buying much. As you can see, I only put $25 in, and we're already up 10 to 11% in them. So be careful with all these stocks on the list. These are just ones because a lot of people like high risk stocks, and people always tell me all the time and ask me about these specific stocks, high risk. So these are some of my favorite ones if you are into getting into more high risk. As you can see, they have a $1 billion market cap, which is good. Aurora closes a $173 million offering to fund growth opportunities. So this is definitely one of the better cannabis stocks, and I would want to be buying around $5 or $6 and holding for 1 to 2 years. I think you can see a nice 10x growth. But remember, these are all risky ones, so nothing is a guarantee with any of these specific stocks. So the next one we have here, staying in the cannabis sector, we have a Canadian company, actually, Canopy Growth. And you can see they IPO'd about 2 years ago, right at about $29. Right now they're at $24. They even hit a low of about $11 and an all-time high of about almost $50. So they have a huge market cap, $9 billion. They're definitely one of the bigger ones. And remember, Canada just started legalizing cannabis, and a lot of the states in America started legalizing them too. So this is a good sector that can see a huge boom. And over the last 1 month, they're up 36%. So I would say if you can get in under $20 per share, that would be a good time to buy Canopy Growth. Maybe just with like $50 to $100. Don't go crazy in any of these ones because there's a lot of high risk involved. And remember, I only invest with about 5 to 10% of my portfolio into higher risk stocks. So here you'll see headquarters is Ontario, Smith Falls. They have a lot of employees, over 4,000. They were founded over 10 years ago. So that's all good things that you want to be looking at when looking at a long-term hold. Also, one good thing about CGC, Canopy Growth, is they are profitable. You'll see right now their EPS is actually 0.22, which a lot of the other cannabis companies aren't even profitable right now. So that is a good thing. Also, they're not as overvalued. Like one I was looking about putting on the list, for example, was Grow Generation. But if you look at how much they've shot up, it's kind of incomparable. And they just IPO'd this year. So I would put this one just an honorable mention. If you can get in at like $5 or $6, it would be good. Even at like under $10 would be good for Grow Generation. But if you can kind of compare it, what you'll see is their EPS is only 6 cents compared to 22. And you'll also see they only have 184 employees. They were founded only like 6 years ago. So I think overall, that Canopy Growth is going to be a better buy. Also, the market cap's only $1.4 billion on this one, and it shot up 600% in under a year. And Canopy Growth, they have a market cap of $9 billion. They're a way bigger company, and they're down from their IPO. So I think this is a great one under $20 to get into for long term. Okay, so going back to the EV sector, we have everyone's favorite stock, Tesla, on the list here, TSLA. They are a little bit more higher risk in my opinion. They can go as low as 380. I feel like you can see the support, it hits 380 a lot, and the support even went down to $330 on September 10th. On August 10th, which is, honestly not that long ago, it was even at $283. So that's completely realistic for you to get that low again. That's why it's on the higher risk stock list that we're doing today. Remember, this video is about stocks that can also 10x your money. I think if you put money into Tesla right at about 380, anywhere from 250 to 380, and hold it for anywhere from 3 to 5 years, long-term play, that you can actually 10x your money. And it's very possible that Tesla will be a $3,000 stock over the next 5 years too. With that being said, Tesla did just get added to the S&P 500, which is big news for the company. And if they can continue that relationship and stay in the S&P 500 and not get it booed out for the next 3 to 5 years, I think they have a really good shot at about a $3,500 price point over the course of 5 years too with Tesla. And the last one we're going to be talking about today is not a stock, but it is a cryptocurrency, and that's going to be Bitcoin and Litecoin. It's going to be an honorable mention. But Bitcoin right now, you can kind of see this insane rally, and In the last month, it's gone up 50%. 1 month ago on October 18th, it was at 11.5. Now we're at 17.8 and we're on the way to 20K. Now there's a lot of analysts that are saying in 1 year time, the stock is going to be a $200,000. Well, the cryptocurrency is going to be a $200,000 cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, which I don't necessarily agree with. But I think over the course of 2 years, 3 years, I would say 5 years is more realistic. I think this can be a $100,000 cryptocurrency over the course of 5 years. So that one is a good one. That's why it's on the list, is because it is risky as well. Obviously, Bitcoin can go back down to $3,000. It can go back down to $10,000, or it can shoot up all the way to $50,000 in the course of 1 year. And in 5 years' time, I think this one will have explosive growth, and the shift to digital currency and cryptocurrency over the next 5 to 10 years is going to be absolutely huge. So let's pull up Litecoin just as an honorable mention as well. And with Litecoin, I'm up about 52% on this stock. I have about $900 almost in it. So we're sitting pretty on this one. I would say if you can buy at my average cost, about 48. I think that might be a little bit hard. Maybe you should shoot for about 55 for an average cost of Litecoin. I think it's pretty realistic. But if you can kind of see, it hasn't hit the big uproar like Bitcoin has already hit. So if you go back to its all-time high, it was at about $300. Right now it's at 74. Right? So this one, in my opinion, there's still time to get in on it. With Bitcoin, for example, if we go back to Bitcoin, what you'll see is if they're pretty much almost basically back at their all-time high, they were back in 2017. So Litecoin is going to follow Bitcoin. And if you kind of missed the boat on Bitcoin, you can kind of see that it hasn't even hit its 2019 high yet. So it's very realistic for this stock, I think, in the next 1 year to go up to $300 for this cryptocurrency in next 1 year. And I think in the next 5 years, this can easily be a $700 cryptocurrency in the next 5 years. So guys, I hope you did enjoy my list. This is going to be a video I haven't traditionally done. Typically, I'm a safe investor. I like to look at balance sheets and income statements to show that my investment is safe and sound. But I know a lot of you guys are higher risk investors, and a lot of these stocks and cryptocurrencies we went over today are on your radar. So I did want to go over it. Now, right now in the last month, we're up 19% in the last month. So if you need help getting your portfolio to look a little bit more like mine, go ahead and reach out to me in the DMs on Instagram. I respond to every single person that is interested. Leave a comment on the video with what stock is your favorite on this list. Go ahead and hit the thumbs up button. Leave a like on the video. It only takes 1 second out of your day, and it really helps me out with the YouTube algorithm as well. Share this video with a friend. And until next time, guys, remember, don't time the market, buy the market. Peace.